Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm from group 34. Here we have ulang balik sekejap. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 34 gathered here at the Limbo College K2. We had our discussion about our novel. Okay, firstly, my name is Muhammad Kamil Khairi Muhammad Zaidi 172590.
My name is Nur Diabetes Husaini 175791.
My name is Nashira binti Jumat. My matric number is 174090.
My name is Aina Ayuni. My matric number 172196.
My name is Balkis 175073.
My name is Muhammad Azim Zainal. My matric number is 175096.
We want to discuss about the characters in Pride and Prejudice.
For the first one, it's Elizabeth Bennet. Elizabeth Bennet.
Ish. Elizabeth Bennet is the first character in this novel. She is the second daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Bennet. She is the most intelligent and sensible of the five Bennet sisters.
The next character is Fitzwilliam Darcy. He is a wealthy gentleman, the master of Beverly, and the nephew of the Lady Catherine Theobald. Though Darcy is intelligent and honest, his excess of pride causes him to look down on his social inferior. He then learns to admire and love Elizabeth for her strong character.
Okay, next is Jane Bennet. She is the eldest and most beautiful Bennet sister. Jane is more reserved and gentler than Elizabeth.
Next is Charles Bingley. Charles Bingley is Darcy's wealthy best friend. He bought F. Netherfield, an estate near the Bennets. He is a gentleman, contrast with the sea that is Demonov. He is blissful, uncaring about class differences.
Okay, the next is Mr. Bennet. He is the father and leader of the Bennet family, modest income with 5 unmarried daughters. Mr. Bennet has a sarcastic, cynical sense of humor that he uses to purposefully irritate his wife.
And the last one is Mrs. Bennet. Mrs. Bennet's wife, a Polish noisy woman whose only goal in life is to see her daughters married. Because unbecoming behavior, Mrs. Bennet often reveals the very subtle whom she tries to attract for her daughters.
Okay, the story began with telling the story of the Bennets that have 5 unmarried daughters. From oldest to youngest is Jane, Elizabeth, Mary, Kitty and Lydia, and Mrs. Bennet is desperate to see them all married. After Mr. Bennet visit to Mr. Bingley, the Bennets attend a ball at which Mr. Bingley is present. He and Jane spends much of the evening dancing with her. His close friend Mr. Darcy is less pleased with the evening when he refuses to dance with Elizabeth, which makes everyone view him as an arrogant person.
However, Mr. Darcy finds himself attracted to Elizabeth's charm, and intelligent Jane's friendship with Mr. Bingley also continues, and she visits to the Bingley mansion. On her journey to the house, she was not feeling well, that forcing her to stay at Netherfield for several days.
Mr. Collins visiting the Bennets because he wanted to make a proposal of marriage to Elizabeth. She turns him down, wounding his pride. Meanwhile, the Bennet girls have become friendly with officers stationed in a nearby town. Among them is Wickham, a handsome young soldier who is friendly toward Elizabeth.
Mr. Collins has become engaged to Charlotte Lucas was a shock news. Charlotte was Elizabeth's best friend and the good daughter of a local knight. Charlotte explains to Elizabeth that she is getting older and needs marriage for financial reasons. Charlotte and Mr. Collins get married and Elizabeth promises to visit them at their new home. In the winter, Jane visits the city to see friends, hoping also that she might see Mr. Bingley. However, Miss Bingley visits her and behaves rudely, while Mr. Bingley fails to visit her. The marriage prospects for the Bennet girls appear bleak.
One day, Darcy makes a shocking proposal marriage to Elizabeth, but she quickly refuses. Darcy delivers a letter to her. In this letter, he admits that he urged Bingley to distance himself from James, but claims he did so only because he thought their romance was not serious.
Darcy goes to stay with him and pays visit to the Bennets but makes no mention of his desire to marry Elizabeth. Bingley proposes to Jane to the delight of everyone except Bingley haunts his sister. While the family celebrates, Lady Catherine de Bourgh pays a visit to Longbourn. She says that she has heard that Darcy, her nephew, is planning to marry her. Elizabeth and Darcy go out walking together and he tells her that his feelings have not altered since the spring. She tenderly accepts his proposal and both Jane and Elizabeth are married. Okay, that's all from meeting. That's all from us for the third meeting. Thank you.
That's all for us. Yang tadi tulis tu tak baca.
Tak, ini untuk kedua.
Oh,
Itu dia ni kat mana?
Ya,